Yeah, welcome to Cappuccino Talk. Feel free to make fun of me in the comments below at any time. Thank you. Oh yeah, back with another video. I just got a short one for you guys this time. It's a bit of a heavy topic. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about this channel on the way over here, and I kind of talk about super heavy topics all the time, like politics or whatever, and honestly I think doing this is just therapeutic for me. So if people are watching and they enjoy it, and if anyone gets anything out of this, if you just laugh at me, then I'm happy with what I did, because I get so much out of it just by doing it, that anything positive that would come out of it, then that's just a completely added bonus. That's how I see it at this point, because I have 11 subscribers and 800 channel views. So what I want to talk about today was something I have quite a bit of experience with in my personal life. Is depression and anxiety. So about 7 years ago, I had a mentor, and he suggested that I talk to a doctor about depression and anxiety, right? And this is out of the blue. Like, I didn't even think of anything like this before. I never, nobody assumes is going to happen. It is raining, and hopefully there's no rain that gets on the lens, but yeah, anyways, so I gotta make this short video. So I've taken 3 or 4 different kinds of antidepressants and anti-anxiety prescription medication. None of it really did anything for me. The first 2 things just literally did nothing, and the last one I had to go up to like the max dose to feel any different. And then what that does, it makes you can't, I don't know, I just it screwed me up sexually. It screwed up my head. It just kind of turned me into a bit of a zombie. I don't want to use that because that's used so much, and it's too general of a term, but it just messed me up. It messed up my emotions. It messed me up to the point where I had to relearn. Like, it changed everything to the point where I had to relearn what it felt like to be hungry, what it felt like to need to go to the washroom, and what it felt like to do all these things, or what it felt like to need to do all those things, or to want to. Like, oh, I'm hungry, and people just take that for granted, but I stopped feeling hungry because that feeling was different in some way, and that's so messed up. Like, that, I don't know, like, how does that solve anything? I don't know. It kind of pisses me off, but it's okay. So, as you might know if you watch some of my other videos, I am a legal Canadian medical marijuana patient. I'm prescribed it for my depression and my anxiety, and I've been using it for about a year now. I'm just pacing back and forth on it. I like talking and walking at the same time. So yeah, I have been on it for about a year, and it's been amazing. For me, what happened, like how I suffered with depression and anxiety, and I don't know what to call it, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter, but how it affected me was the anxiety. Like, I think a lot about everything, to the point where I really appreciate times when I don't think. Usually when I play sports or have sex or whatever, like that kind of thing. Go for a run, go for a walk, like I'm doing right now. Kind of clears my head, and I really appreciate any time that's happening, because I usually have a lot of stuff going on in my head. And so it's just just a little hamster wheel constantly going. I'm not saying I'm brilliant or anything, but anyway, so how the depression and anxiety affected me was it made me think about the future, made me think about the past. I was never in the present, and I was never like emotionally in the present, consciously in the present, or well, I guess that's the only two things. So I was just not in the present. And what medical marijuana did for me was I don't want to say it slows my brain down. A good analogy that I've given before about my whatever I'm going through is it's like you're watching a movie reel, like the old movie reels where it's on a film, right? And that film shoots past a light that projects the image of the film going across the light onto a screen, right? So I'm sure you know that. For me, how it is that reel is going too fast, and I can pick out, like, it's like I'm watching a movie and there's 5-minute intervals every 5 minutes, let's say. So you watch 5 minutes, and then it skips forward 5 minutes, and then you start watching again for 5 minutes, and then it skips forward 5 minutes, and then you watch for 5 minutes, and so on. So what the marijuana does is it slows that down, so I am present in those times. So there's no skipping time. And I know that it sounds so weird. I'm not time traveling or anything. I'm not crazy. It's just my train of thought is more accessible, or it's more calm, and it's more centered, and it's, and I can think about things, and I'm not ADD, like running all over the place, like getting so distracted by everything, because my mind is just racing and I can't keep up with it. So it helps. So the marijuana helps with that. This is definitely not a short video, but it's okay. Marijuana helps with that. And what I really wanted, kind of what sparked this video for me was, excuse me, a few days ago, I completely got off my antidepressants that I was on. Look at these guys. Look at these little guys. This is the first time that I've tried to quit where I feel okay after, or trying to quit the antidepressants, where I feel okay about it, I'm not worried about it, which is a good thing. I think these guys are trying to stand their ground here. This is hilarious. Look at these guys. Look at these little. I don't want to fight these guys because they can be mean. I don't want to get too close. I've heard that their wings can break your bones or something. I don't know. Yeah. So the weed, and it also, what it does is it gives me a period of serenity, like before my mind was just going forever, and I just had it was like a dog who was always looking for a place to sit down and could never find one because my mind couldn't make up what the fuck it wanted, because I couldn't keep up with it, right? These guys are encroaching over here. So yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, it gives me some serenity, and it honestly, this stigma of lazy stoners is so stupid. First of all, 7 months ago, there's no chance I would be making a vlog like this and putting it on YouTube. There's no chance that I'd be doing that, because I just wasn't confident, and I don't know, I just didn't want to, and was too insecure, or whatever it is, a million things. But now I'm doing it, and there's so many other things that that has changed. During the day, like, I want to get stuff done because I feel okay now that I'm on marijuana. You know, before I didn't feel okay, so all I wanted to do was pass the time. You know, yo, these guys are serious. These guys are like really protective. I don't want to go near their little babies. But yeah, guys, you see, I get so fucking easily distracted. Yeah. Anyways, the marijuana thing, like, it is fucking amazing. It's completely natural. Humans have an endocannabinoid system, right? The doctors that are in this time, like any doctor, they weren't taught that. They weren't taught about the endocannabinoid system in the human body when they were in medical school for 8 years, right? And it's not a conspiracy. It's just the drug has been on Schedule 1 for 70 years. And what Schedule 1 means, in the States at least, is that it has zero medicinal benefit. So if something is classified as having zero medicinal benefit, there won't research it for medicinal benefits, right? Because it's there. So yeah, like, guys, look up the endocannabinoid system, look it up. I'm not saying weed is good for everybody. Like, it is not. I know people who, and I've heard of people who just can't, they can't do it. They either black out and kind of go crazy, or the medicinal benefits for them aren't there. And I don't know why that is, and I don't think anybody does, because there's been so little research done on medicinal marijuana in North America and in the world that nobody knows anything, and it's super frustrating. But we're in a good spot right now because we're moving forward with the legalization in Canada. The States is definitely doing it. A lot of other places in the world are doing it. The UN kind of put out I don't know exactly what they said, but they were, you know, kind of on board with it. I think I could be wrong about that, but they showed promise to them being on board with, you know, I don't know, medical or not medical, whatever. It's all medical, really. Yeah, and I'm just rambling right now. So I'll give you guys a last view of these funny guys, and I'll let you go. Look at them. Look at these little guys. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I didn't depress you too much. And I like it's coming from a place of positivity, you know. I'm much better now as a result of medical marijuana. My parents say that I'm a completely different person, in a good way, you know. And I'm just stoked on it. So I hope you guys, well, I don't know. Hope you guys got something out of it. It's kind of a selfish thing, me doing this, but it can be a selfless thing, you know. If people get something out of it, then that's a good thing. So there's the geese. I'm gonna sign off, and I never want to say I'm gonna sign off again, but I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks for listening to another episode of Cappuccino Talk. Leave a comment down below if you agree, disagree, want to tell me what you ate for dinner, or anything. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike.